Hey, this is Kent Jones with Jones and Associates, attorneys at law in Cleveland, Tennessee. I wanted to talk to you a while about taking a break from working. In psychology, we study that the human mind functions much better if you divert your attention occasionally to other things. A lot of people get into art. Art can be great therapy both for children and adults. My hobby happens to be fly fishing, and I don't know how many of you have ever gotten into that particular sport. I call it an art, but it is quite a difficult thing to learn. But here are some pointers for people that want to start out. If you look on the internet and you're looking to buy a fly rod, you're probably going to find a bunch of rods out there that cost about $1,000. And I know there are some Sage rods that I would love to have. But to be honest, if you don't go that often, and I usually go, I don't know, about 3 or 4 times, maybe more, during the summer in Tennessee and Colorado. The company Orvis puts out a series that is called the Clearwater Series. And the nice thing about it is that you can get a very good sturdy rod and a reel together with it and line for around $198. And really, if you're not going to do it, exclusively, that's the way to go. And so go to Orvis and get a Clearwater rod and reel. And what are the things you're going to be looking out for when you go to buy your first rod? Well, I didn't realize this until I'd fished for several years, but my major concern is getting a shorter one. And the ones that I've seen generally range from around, 7 feet long to 10 feet long. And there are a lot of people that I know and that I've fished with that swear by like a 10-foot rod. I don't agree with it because I've gotten into some hairy situations with a lot of trees where my line is constantly getting stuck, and you spend half of your day just untangling your line and retying your fly onto the end of it. So I prefer the shorter rod, 6 foot or 7 foot. And when I'm thinking about where I get tangled up the most, I'm particularly thinking about the stream at the very top of Bald River Falls. As you go up the Tellico Mountain, that's been one of the places that it's been very difficult for me to fish. So you go out and you get your rod and reel, and you can't just go out and start fishing, and that's in fly fishing, because you got to practice. It's tough. It's a different type of casting than when you're doing regular bass fishing. The best place to do it, in all actuality, is a golf course. If you can find a golf course that nobody's playing on, get out there and practice your casting. That's how I started out, and I spent a lot of time, both in the front yard of my house and on the golf course, learning how to cast perfectly, or trying to cast perfectly. And then you get that down, then it's time to choose your flies. And the best thing you can do there is go to a local fly fishing shop and talk to the owner about about what kind of flies are best for what you're going to be going after. I know in the Tellico River we're usually going after some trout. Most of the trout that we go after are rainbow and brown trout. I've had good success on the Clinch River. I've had tremendous success on the Hiwassee River. If you wear waders and wade into the water to fish, be careful, because if your waders get filled up with water, then it's like a lead weight dragging you down to the bottom. And on the Hiwassee River, you can be out there in 2 feet of water, and then in 10 minutes they open up the dam, and all of a sudden the water is like 11 feet. So there are things to watch out for. It's not the safest sport in the world, but it is quite enjoyable, and I'll think about some more things about fly fishing and get back to you later. But it is important to have a hobby and to do something that you enjoy on a frequent basis. We all weren't meant to do, what we do in business exclusively and nothing else. Hope everyone has a great weekend, and we'll catch up with you later. Bye.